Just over a week until the Giants Live World Open. So Giants Live World Open this year moving to Birmingham in the centre of the UK.
Yeah, and also now without the deadlift championships because
It's got the log lift championship.
It's got the log lift instead. Yeah, they're keeping us on our toes. But yeah, new venue.
New venue, not been to this one. We'll have to see what it's like. Hopefully it's another good one. Obviously, we've been lucky enough to go to all the Giants Live shows and they are awesome. So those of you that are going, you're going to be in for a treat. They're always great shows, always great entertaining events, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. And we've got a good mixture, a slightly different lineup, it feels.
Very different. I mean, two things going on. So this is the Log Lift World Championships.
Yeah.
I think for the Log Lift World Championships, there's a couple of people missing. But obviously, maybe invites went out. People didn't take them. There's a lot of comps going on right now.
Yeah.
So we don't know the ins and outs with that. But there are some big log lifters missing. However, we do have the log lift record holder in Ian Bibby. He is coming for the log lift only, I believe.
But he's already in the UK, which is a very good sign because we know he has had travel issues before, haven't we?
Yeah, and when when we saw him, it was Scotland, I think, last time Scotland, he broke the record on the log. He almost sent me flying, which was fun.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Very happy to see him get the record down. It was a great lift as well.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. And I mean, we talk about, it's a shame sometimes he's not at every comp and stuff, and we haven't seen him in full comps, but when it comes to the log lift, you just can't deny this man's power. He has ridiculous shoulder strength, and when he gets it right, it's just a thing of beauty, and I hope he can do the record again.
Yeah, and I wonder, what's his training been like? Because speaking to him after the log lift last year, he said now his sights were set on the deadlift, and he is doing the Vegas show,
I was going to say, he is down for that.
Does that mean log has taken a little bit of a back seat?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it can when it's
Ian Bibby.
Yeah, I just think he loves it too much.
Indeed.
But I'd be really interested to see his deadlift progress as well. But we digress.
Talk about that
yes.
as we get to Vegas. But for now, log lift and the World Open. So Ian Bibby is the only athlete just doing the log lift. For the full competition, we have, to kick things off, Mitch Hooper. Mitch has been in incredible form this year. He's won every single comp he's done except for the World's Strongest Man, where he was second to Tom Stoltman.
Also returning is Evan Singleton. Evan in this lineup has the most Giants Live wins out of everyone.
He does indeed. Former World's Strongest Man and multiple Giants Live winner from Ukraine, Alexei Novikov.
Now when I spoke to him, this man said, I don't know why I do log lift championships, but he does have some really good other events in this competition. Coming from Latvia is Ivers Šmakslis.
And someone else, when I saw that they were in the Log Lift World Championships, Paddy Haynes. I've said, just focus on the other four events, bless him. I am very good friends with Paddy. I hope he doesn't think I'm being too mean. His log lift needs work. However, the other four events, very good for him in this competition. And I think he can surprise people.
Kevin Ferris is returning to Giants Live, and the last time we saw him in a Giants Live was at the 2023 Strongman Classic.
Now, someone I think can do very well in the log lift event itself is Andre Foitu. The young man is looking phenomenal. He hit a 210 for a double, I believe, in training recently. Looking very strong. He's the junior world record holder when it comes to the log, and I know he would love to put something massive up in Birmingham.
Another returning face to Giants Live, this time Maxime Boudreau, and the last time he competed at a Giants Live was the 2022 Strongman Classic.
I believe this is his first Giants Live from America, Nathan Goldtree. He was top 3 at OSG. He's won the Champions League competitions before. Now he is stepping into the Giants Live arena.
And another first timer, this one I feel is long overdue, Thomas Evans from the USA.
Now, someone I am excited to see getting his chance at an international once again is Luke Richardson. I believe this is only his 4th international competition, and he hasn't competed in an international since 2021.
21, World's Strongest Man 2021.
That's insane. I know he's done Britain's Strongest Man. He's
England's
Strongest Man.
No, only England's. He hasn't done Britain's either. Yeah, so this has been a really long time coming. I'm so excited. He looks really strong.
His training's looking great,
yes.
And he could really surprise people.
Yes. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Welsh Bull Gav Bilton rounding off this lineup.
So nice to see some new faces in the Giants Live, some old faces as well. Mitch Hooper doing everything this year, Evan Singleton doing doing everything this year. Alexei Novikov doing everything this year. The young man, Andre Foitu, I think he's got a bright future. He's looking stupidly strong in training. Good to see the Nathan Goltry, who's top 3 at OSG, getting his Giants Live opportunity. And very excited to see Thomas Evans doing this one, because we've seen a lot of him. The Arnolds, obviously Shaw Classic, strongest man on
in
earth.
the most difficult possible lineups.
I'm excited to see how he does. I think when we look at the events that we've got coming up, we should probably start. We'll go through the events in order. So starting with the max log. Iron Bibby's the favourite for this. He's not in the whole competition, so where he places is irrelevant to the whole contest. I can't see any of these guys touching Iron Bibby when it comes to a log. No. Even the likes of Andre Foitu, Mitch Hooper, we've seen big things from them in the gym recently. I don't see them challenging when it comes to a log lift. No. Mitch has got that technical ability on an axle to kind of push him. I think when it comes to the log, you need a bit more shoulder and tricep strength, and I don't think anyone is in his league. However, it doesn't matter because Iron Bibby's not in the competition.
No, so whatever he does, it doesn't transfer over anyway.
So it'd be interesting to see the jumps. Now, I'm going to guess we're going to have like 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, something like that.
It's the record 230 right
so
now.
maybe 231.
Okay.
I really think the big numbers are going to be around the 200 and 210 mark.
I think so.
I don't think anyone other than Iron Bibby gets 220.
No, I agree. I think we could see a tie at 210 for first place in the overall competition.
I agree. I think, with these kind of weights, getting it right is important.
Yeah.
Athletes traveling over from America for the first time, that can be a bit of a learning curve for some athletes. They kind of come over thinking, you're going to be as fresh.
Evans, this will be his first time travelling over this way.
So
I told him you'd look after him.
Of course. Well, you look after everyone anyway. But Thomas will be well looked after, as will all the athletes. Yeah. But getting a big logging competition, we are deep into the season now. Yeah. I think Mitch is capable of around the 210 mark. Mm-hmm. I think Andre Foitu 100% can.
Maxime on his day.
He's a good log lifter. 200 kilos wouldn't surprise me if he hit around that mark.
Yeah, I think Evan could hit around Singleton, 200.
Yeah, it's just making sure you get it right, you execute right, you get the down commands. We've seen all these kind of things about calls, but you've got to get the lift and you've got to get the down command. Thomas Evans is a good log lifter. Luke Richardson just hit 190 in training, made it look really, really good.
Nathan's had some good overhead results, but it's hard when you sort of move it out of that level into this.
He was in a really, really good Viking press group at World's Strongest Man. All of the athletes in that group absolutely smashed it. So excited to see what he can do. And he is someone that's not been doing too much in terms of comps recently. So maybe he's in good shape, really peaking for this one. Paddy Haynes, he'll be hoping to get the opener.
So will Ivers.
Ivers, you've spoken to. He's hoping to get the opener. Alexei's not in his best shape right now, which is a shame. And Gav Bilton wasn't in great shape at the Strongman Classic. I hope he's back to his best.
He does some amazing log lifts in training. We've yet to see him hit the numbers.
He's not taken the Welsh record yet, has he?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he has. He's looked capable in training. Hasn't been able to do it in a comp, so we'll have to wait and see what shape the big Welshman is in. But for me, I'm looking at Andre Foitu and Mitch Hooper really as probably looking at taking top points on this one.
Yeah.
Event number 2 is the sandbag toss.
Yeah, so this is always a fun one. Nice little deload after the log lift.
Deload, says Auntie Liz. She started training now and she already wants a deload.
I'm using all the buzzwords. But we have some great tossers, Lossie.
Indeed.
Starting, of course, with Maxime Boudreau. Now, his strongest man on earth results did not reflect his tossing ability.
I was there on commentary, bigging him up, and then he was the first man out. Maxime, you let me down. I'm going to give you one more chance. You're going to prove me right. I don't want to be made a fool of again.
No, but he is a very good thrower. Ivers is very decent as well. Good event for him. Luke Richardson and Gav Bilton. We saw Gav win.
Gav is very good at throwing. Yeah. Paddy's a pretty good thrower as well. Mitch Hooper is a good thrower. Mitch, obviously, before Thor broke the record last week, he was joint record holder in the keg toss for height.
Yeah, 15 kilo keg toss for height.
This is a little bit different to that. But there's some good throwers in this event, so it'll be interesting to watch. Event number 3 is the deadlift. We've got a number of good deadlifters here. I would probably say Mitch Hooper is the favourite, having broken the axle record recently. Luke Richardson is a really good deadlifter.
The axle record. Oh, he did, didn't he? At the Strongman
the Giants
Classic.
Live axle.
Yeah,
for reps. So Giants Live axle for reps, 360, I believe it was, for 8 reps.
Something like
8
that.
or 9, I can't remember.
8 or 9, I don't know. 9, I think.
Yeah, there you
Maybe
go.
9, I don't know.
Evan Singleton has got good experience on this one, as has Alexei Novikov. We just know he's not in his best shape. The one to look out for me on the deadlift, if you're not sure of him, is Paddy Haynes. Paddy Haynes is a great deadlifter for reps.
As is Luke Richardson.
And Luke Richardson I mentioned earlier, yes. But I think as bad as his log might be, he can make up a lot of points on a deadlift.
Paddy, not Luke.
So this is a new one for Giants Live. I've not seen an arm over arm pull at a Giants Live since they were back outdoors years ago.
I have. Well, it was a vertical pull at Britain's Strongest Man.
Vertical pull.
It was a vertical pull, but it is arm over arm, isn't it?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, this is
a new implement.
New implement, arm over arm. Who do you reckon is going to take this one?
Either Mitch or Max or I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a hard one to call,
it's a
isn't
hard
it?
one to call. Yeah.
We've got like recent information with Mitch did well at the Strongest Man on Earth.
He came second to Thor.
Yeah, he's going to be good at these type of events.
And that was probably much heavier.
That was much heavier.
Yeah.
This I think will be a bit quicker.
Yeah.
I think we'll see people finish this one. Evan Singleton's pretty good at these type of events.
Yeah.
I think Paddy again will be good. Maxime, as you said, is good. Look out for Luke Richardson. He's been training, hard for this competition. Be interesting to see Nathan and Thomas Evans, but there's not so much information to go off with.
No, there's less,
especially on an arm over arm. You just don't see it that often in competition. And then we're finishing with the power stairs this time. No Atlas stones in this competition. I quite like the finish at the top of the stairs.
I love the finish at the top. They're not covered in tacky. We can all hug. It's so nice. I do like it as a finish.
So what are you thinking on the power stairs?
As long as he's not too tired, excellent event for Ivers, excellent event for Paddy Haynes. I mean, we keep mentioning him. How excellent it is up against this calibre of athlete is the real question,
That's
isn't
the question,
it?
Mark. We haven't seen him up against this level before. However, he is very good. But the one man that really impressed me on the power stairs at the Strongest Man on Earth was Evan Singleton. And I think, he's got that familiarity with these bits of kit. Evan is good at a Giants Live.
He's very good.
He is capable of winning this event. As you mentioned, Ivers is really good at power stairs.
Max is good at power stairs as well. So he's got some great events. Deadlift, not so much. But other than that, as long as his overhead's okay. I mean, he did manage a decent log after passing out the other weekend.
Hopefully no passing out this time for Max, and he has a good competition.
Yes.
But yeah, it's an interesting time of the year. There's been a lot of big competitions. Some athletes have been very busy. There's others that could really sneak in here that are focused solely on this. 100%. So someone quieter, like a Nathan Goldtree perhaps, that we haven't seen too much from. He's been training hard for it.
We saw it with Matt Ragg last year. Everyone else was competing throughout the year. Matt was quietly training for the World Tour Finals, and then he went and absolutely smashed it. He beat Mitch Hooper.
He did indeed.
Who knows?
Yeah, I think it could be an interesting competition. Andre Foytu did very, very well last Giants Live. He did.
It was Europe's Strongest Man. He was very close to second place.
I think he did really well. He's very impressive, young athlete on the way up. Mitch and Evan, countless podiums now in Giants Live. Ivers is always a good competitor, especially in these type of competitions.
Yeah, and he was on the podium at Europe's this year and not the World Tour Finals last year, the year before. But Ivers is always a dark horse.
Hard competition to kind of pick out a top 3, I think, or
I
top
don't
5.
think it's that hard.
No? Who are you going for then?
I mean, bar an incident, it's really hard to see past Mitch. Just because, he keeps winning stuff, Yeah. I think, all being well, Evan will be up there as well. And also Luke Richardson, I think.
You're going to put Luke on the podium?
Definitely.
Nice.
Definitely.
I think, anything is possible. I think someone like Thomas Evans could really surprise.
I think Andre and Maxime have a really good chance of making the podium as well. As does actually, maybe it is hard.
I think it's hard. I do, looking at the events, there's going to be people that kind of... it's going to be up and down. I think that consistency of Mitch makes him hard to beat.
Yeah.
I think Evan, if he put in one of his crazy performances, it could take the win.
I've not seen Evan do many sandbag series. I'm trying to think.
He's got that ridiculous explosive power to be good. It's whether he makes a mistake.
He has that absolute insanity though. So, which could cause a
genuinely, he could absolutely destroy it and make it look easy. He could make a mistake.
He can make a mistake.
But anyone can make a mistake. He's a good log lifter. His deadlift is solid. I don't expect him to win the deadlift, but he certainly will be up there.
He'll be right up there on every
arm over arm.
event,
He's going to be up there. And power stairs, like I said, I think he can win.
I wonder also how having power stairs instead of the Atlas stones could change things for Andre Foytu. Hopefully, it's a better event for him because he has dropped off on the stones.
Has been the
lost out at World's Strongest Man, lost out at Europe's Strongest Man. Yeah.
I think I've said this before about athletes. You know, you look at the way they're built, and you pick events that you think they'll be good at. You think they might not be so good at. I don't think Andre will be that good at the arm over arm.
You might be right.
I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong. To be fair, I didn't think he'd be very good at the sandbag steeplechase last year, and he was really good. Yeah,
and so that's the
never
great
judge
thing.
a book.
Oh no! I know not to do that.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of looking at obvious things that you kind of look at in athletes and natural abilities that you look at. But there's athletes out there that just love to prove you wrong, and they put the work in, and he's been putting the work in. So we will see how it goes. Do you want to let people know where they can watch, where they can get tickets if they're still available?
I don't know if tickets are still available, but I'm going to include a link anyway. I don't think I've seen a sold out sign or post anywhere, so presumably they are. Link below, along with the link for the live stream. It's available to watch on officialstrongman.com.
It's in Birmingham. It's on the
7th of September.
7th of September. There you go. If Auntie Liz wasn't here, I wouldn't know where I'm going. So we will be there as long as Auntie Liz gets me there.
Yes.
Hopefully we get to see some of you guys there. If you can't make it, watch along. Going to be another great competition. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you think takes this one? I'm with you. I think Mitch, Evan, and I think Luke Richardson could be on the podium as well.
Definitely.
It would be, but Andre Foytu, Thomas Evans, Ivers, all certainly capable.
Yeah.